back. This is the Day Night Show matches. I'm Omega yet again. I was previously not Omega, and now I am. But I'm joined by Covert Muffin, who's always been such.
Yay!
Covertly so.
Yay!
And next up we have two individuals, one of which also goes by a variety of the same name, especially Manbon, or Bon of Bonbons, or Bon Man, or Man who is also a Bon. Facing off against Gurthang. So this should be a pretty interesting match to watch. Just to let you know, there is kind of a history here, as there is with basically every person that Manbon's ever played, and I'm hamming this up like this because I know he's in the chat. Hey, Manbon. But anyway, but yeah, Manbon is a guy who he plays hard, but he plays his style, and I've always respected that about him, and it drives other people bonkers. Gurthang in particular has been a victim to many of his interesting strategies up to this point. So I know that he may have been a little bloodthirsty coming into this match. Gurthang more than Manbon. I think Manbon is always just a little bloodthirsty. He won't admit it.
Yeah.
And this should be a lot of fun for these guys. Not so much for the previous match. Previous match, I hadn't come up with a for fun question yet, but of course, I did have it out once this match got set up. And Manbon's answer to the for fun question, which is, what is your quest? If you're a Monty Python fan, you know why I picked that. Only one person got the joke, but that's okay. Manbon gave a great answer. I want to be the very best like no one ever was, to enslave them in my Pokeball sacks is my real test. To watch them fight until they can no longer fight as my cause. I will travel across the land, searching exclusively within the Kanto region, each Pokemon to catch. Once then include in my Pokedex, then shove them inside a PC, never to see the light of day again. Pokemon, gotta enslave them all.
Oh my god. Great job.
We know what Manbon is about, and this kind of question, admittedly, actually has achieved exactly what I hoped it would, which is it captures a little bit of the spirit of the person. Gurthang, his response, also does the same. My quest is to find a quest. I haven't been given one yet, and all the message boards are empty.
Oh my god, that is so Gurthang. That is so Gurthang. That was beautiful.
Moose had an answer as well, but decided to save it for the next match because
good.
Also had one, and so with that kind of all set up for you guys, basically what we're looking at here is about a platinum level game. I believe Manbon plays random, and Gurthang's Protoss. So that's all your context, guys. Let's go ahead and get started on the match in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. So in the bottom of the map here, we have our red Protoss player, a member of Clan DJ. It is Gurthang.
And in another Day 9 tribute clan, but not as illustrious as the Day J clan, we have none other than the Teal Zerg Manbon. Damn.
So here's a question: how many of these clans are there?
There's a bunch. There's like 4 or 5, I think.
There's Day J, there's Daehoon, there's 9, the actual clan. Then is there a? I would assume there's a Day 9 clan because, nobody used that tag.
I think so. I'm not. I actually have no idea. I just joined the Day J clan because that was the name I liked the most for the tag, and then the guy was like, "Hey, I watched your Fun Day Mondays. Here, take this clan," and then just gave it to me. I was like, "Oh, okay." So yeah, if anybody wants a Day 9 tribute clan, hit me up. Why you do this, Muff? Oh, I'm sorry, Manbon. So I constantly harass Manbon for being in a different Day 9 tribute clan than me.
It's how you have a good time. Is that what it's about?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, well, that's fine. That makes sense.
Oh my god, yes.
Anyway, we are living in the world of Legacy of the Void, which means, though, their builds are actually starting to take shape now, rather than in 2 minutes from now. And we have Gurthang with a proxy pylon on the right side of the map and a scout heading up into the Zerg base. Now, of course, he doesn't necessarily know that his opponent is Zerg. I don't believe Manbon stated it. I actually can't remember.
I think he did. I think he did at the start of the game, yeah. Oh no, Gurthang's
knows that Manbon isn't lying to him.
Oh, he's not going to check the natural. Oh no. Oh, Gurthang. So Gurthang has no idea Manbon's about to.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Gonna go for that expand arena. Or he's gonna do that like weird thing where you put down a hatchery and then cancel it and then put a building down. Which I doubt that. But you know, I'm just trying to emphasize our true uncertainty in this world. You never know. You never know when the person's gonna put down the proxy spire.
This is great because Manbon actually has a lot of flexibility with this. He has Burrow Tech about to finish up. He is at a disadvantage with Larva because he doesn't have a queen out, but this Burrow Tech is going to hit Gurthang hard because Protoss actually struggles with detection a lot early on unless they get an early forge or a robo facility, which Gurthang has neither. So
I can definitely attest to that fact. Is this has not changed in Legacy of the Void. If you see roaches this early, you panic a little bit as a Protoss player. Because you're like, I don't really want to deal with that yet. Nope. Oh boy, it's coming at my base.
Oh no.
And he's going to have a Stalker out. It's a decent start. Doesn't have a Mothership core yet, right?
The Mothership core is in the top right region next to that proxy pylon.
So he's in totally not the position to defend against any of this.
Oh, and he's expecting... Oh my god, this is great. I think this might be slightly soul read from Gurthang here. Gurthang actually hasn't taken a natural yet. He's just going for a fast 3-gate push.
Here comes the Roach drop, which, by the way, Overlords look ridiculous when they upgrade.
Yeah, they do.
Look at that.
It's so
triple sack action.
Yeah. Boom. Extra pouches for those units. Oh, Gurthang's gonna see it though and be like, wait, what? Oh, but Manbon's just gonna march the roaches. What's Gurthang?
I think Manbon actually had kind of a shutdown moment where he's like, "There's nothing there." Wait, what? And then he went back home, looked at stuff. Here's a recall.
With only the Mothership core. Excellent.
Well, I guess he can defend this with just the pylons.
Yeah, look at that.
Bro makes this a problem though, because this isn't gonna end. This is just gonna keep happening. He's gonna have to either warp some units home or just basically go kill them. I don't know. What would you go for in this situation?
Yeah, this is really kind of weird. I like what Gurthang's doing now and sending this small gateway force up into Manbon's main. He knows he got early Burrow attack, so this means he's going to have less queens. But Manbon is starting to deal some pretty substantial damage and has these roaches in a nice place so that the pylon is not going to be able to continue firing on them. And then, of course, just with the continued burrowation.
But now, unfortunately, Manbon actually doesn't have any real defenses up here. If he begins his attack now, he will kill everything.
Oh, this is so true. These 5 Stalkers and Zealot at the front. Yep, and there they go. Oh my goodness. So the first target is going to be a queen. Excellent decision. Manbon automatically is going to pull the drones to try and get something done. And then transfer them to the natural. Try and get some roaches up in time. And oh, the spine car is just barely not going to be in time. Manbon is looking to be in a rough spot.
On the other hand, it looks as if Gurthang has lost nearly all of his workers. He does have some left, but the stakes are kind of going up with this attack here. He can't really afford to have this rebuffed, or he's just not going to be able to do max as quickly. But, as a person that has already another expansion here, but it looks like that's not really going to be a huge issue. Got 2 roaches, 2 spine crawlers. I think he should be able to punch through this, no problem.
Oh! Losing a single Stalker can be absolutely detrimental, but here we go. Manbon doing some worker micro, trying to get the Stalkers to engage into the Spine Crawler. He's going to advance that Spine Crawler slightly forward, but he's losing so many drones here, Omega.
It's too late. All the workers are dead by the time the thing burrows.
Oh, no.
Nope, okay. A little body blocking by his friendly Stalkers there. Not quite what he wanted. But, yeah, he's going to take this out, and the entire economy has been basically decimated. I think, Manbon's right. LeMayo. GG.
Excellent decision making coming out of our Protoss player. Gurthang is going to go up 1 game to zip. Oh, yeah. Gurthang got that thing in that game. Got that thing. Oh my goodness, yes, T.
Oh, and for some reason I didn't say it, but I guess mine is also one of the Day-Night clans. We don't really refer to it as such, but it is.
Oh. Boom. Yes. Tribute clans. Oh yeah. So that was an interesting game coming out of both players because Gurthang does like going from what I've seen, more of those macro-heavy styles, but I guess he's just played Manbon enough to not trust any sort of early expansion and try to defend that.
No, I wouldn't either. No offense, Manbon. I mean, I have no idea how you're going to attack me, but I kind of expect it.
Manbon is good at instilling fear.
I like that style of play.
That's great.
And that was apparently Dusk Towers. This is Ruins of Ceres, the next one.
Oh, yeah. So this will be interesting, too, because this is one of the larger maps in the map pool currently, of course, being a 4-player map, but also the cross distances are quite lengthy if you get in those opposite corners. So it'll be interesting to see what our players bring to the table here and seeing what race Manbon's actually going to roll this time. Because he is, of course, playing as random. Oh, Fade! What's up, Fade?
Fade, did you change your ID again? It's amazing how easy it is to lose track of you. I should actually just add you on VNet so that this stops happening.
I think you can also, like, set a friend note or something.
I can, that's true. But I never remember to do it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
So, you know how that goes.
Oh, yeah.
So, for anybody just joining us, specifically Fade, I guess, this is game 2 coming up here of Gurthang versus Manbon. Gurthang picks up game 1 on Dusk Towers, heading to Ruins of Ceres. Everybody's favorite large green map.
Yes, I love this map.
But, alright, Mr. Zero, send us a signal of some kind, and we, that you are ready to go, and then we will continue on to game 2.
Oh, yeah. I've configured all my options, gone into the replay, said a legible statement this time.
Okay,
Alright, the game 2 crow has birthed.
What was it that Case had you do in that Heroes game?
Oh my god, the seagull, the wounded seagull. Yeah. It's so guys, if you're ever in trouble in Heroes, like you're getting ganked or something, and you need the rest of your teammates, just start making wounded seagull noises.
Yeah. It'll get everyone's attention.
Yeah.
Especially Case's.
Yeah. Case was playing a hunt Illidan, and so I would just start making noises, and then he would just hunt. Like, regardless of how many people were there, if I was getting ganked by 4 or 5 of them, didn't fucking matter. Case was in the thick of things.
We made it work. That was funny.
Yeah. And then, yeah. Oh my god, that was great. That was beautiful.
In any case, I will count us down, and then we will get going here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Start us off this time.
Sure. Spawning in the top right hand side, it looks like we have vertical spawns for our players. However, spawning in the top right, we have our red Protoss up 1 game. Let's see if he can close out the series here by taking game 2 as well. It is none other than the illustrious DayJ's Gurthang.
Yeah, and in the bottom part of the map, we have our... I guess that's just blue, or is that supposed to be teal?
I think it's teal.
Is it? It's weird. It looks a little odd on my screen. But anyway, teal, Terran player, it is Manbon. So this all kind of like popped up an interesting thing from yesterday that I learned. There is a guy at Blizzard who works in the cinematic team. He's like their animation director.
Sure.
His name is Terran Gregory.
Really?
That's his actual name. And the crazy thing is, it has nothing to do with Blizzard products.
No way! That's amazing.
His parents were just super nerds, like in the old age of super nerds. So they got that word from like fantasy books.
Yeah.
And so when he applied there, he got that look from the the front desk person who was just like, really?
That's so
and he's like, I'm not that
funny.
guy.
Oh my god.
If you want to hear more information about that particular individual, Krendor does a Fishing with Krendor interview thing, where he talks to a lot of people. That's the most recent one.
Oh, that's so cool.
I think he's done like 25 episodes of those, which means he's done about 25 hours of fishing in WoW, at least.
Wow.
Yeah.
Boom.
It's a little sobering. Think about
That's really funny.
People. I've done the same because I actually enjoyed that activity.
Nice.
I used it as a platform to listen to podcasts.
Oh, that's so good. Oh man, yeah. While I was driving for 4 hours yesterday, what I did was I downloaded and converted Titan's Grave, which is the Will Wheaton role-playing show that came out recently on YouTube through Geek and Sundry, and I just converted it to MP3s and listened to that while I was driving. It was like perfect. It was like a podcast. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Cool.
Yeah. So we see Gurthang going up for a fast expansion, but definitely establishing that gateway and cybercore tech first. Very nice decision, very safe play. And then we see Manbon getting up an early bio presence, also trying to be a little more defensible. And then going up for that early tech with the factory. I wonder what we'll see coming out from this factory.
It's a pretty delayed expansion. The wall-off seems to imply, too, that maybe he's worried about the potential of an adept attack. Because this is really good at stopping. Especially if you go for early Marauders. But doesn't look like that's going to happen. Instead, Gurthang's just going to have a little bit of the edge in the economy. Close by air. Do both players know? Okay, Manbon doesn't know where Gurthang is yet. But Gurthang does know where Manbon is.
Okay.
Okay. Kind of got a handle on what our information looks like at the moment, I guess.
Yeah, actually,
of our Terrans build so far.
So the Terrans build is very interesting. We see a tech lab and a starport coming down Omega. I hope more than anything else that we're going to see some Cloak Banshee play. Oh, please. Please.
It's actually a really great circumstance for it. I think Manbon might encounter some difficulty doing this if he doesn't scout his opponent's location, though.
Yeah.
First.
Yes.
He's going to be rolling some dice and hoping that he runs up at the right base. But positionally, though, this is actually a great time for this. His opponent has very wisely picked up the watchtower in between their two bases. However, so if the Banshee does come out, he's very likely to see it coming.
Yes! Oh, yes, and Gurthang getting my favorite upgrade, Zealot Charge. I'm very, very excited for this. And sure enough, we see a Banshee coming out of the starport. And with 100 gas, Cloak going down. Oh, this is going to be so, so strong.
For those of you that are not aware, Zealot Charge is, it's really always been a great upgrade against Terran. It keeps the Zealots right on top of the Marines, guarantees some hits, so stuff doesn't just die without doing any damage. But, more importantly, nowadays it's actually even stronger. It applies half of their normal damage instantly. I think.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
Yeah, that's right. So it instantly does 8 damage, and that damage does not get buffed by weapons upgrades or anything. But
no,
it is nice. It's not a bad thing for sure.
Yeah, it's great. It's definitely a really nice caveat too with those really front lines. If they have any sort of Widow Mines and stuff, if you just Zealot Charge right on top of the Widow Mine, you can actually take it out pretty easily. Because it only has 90 health, so with a few Zealots charging on it and a few soccer shots, you can take it out before it can detonate. Also, with Widow Mines and stuff, you always have to worry about backsplash. Whoops. Almost knocked over my speaker. Sorry about that.
The Gurthang did see this coming over the Watchtower, but didn't really get everything away quite quickly enough. He did end up losing a worker, but if he gets the Banshee, it's more than worth it.
Cloak! Okay. Cloak is up!
Cloak is now up. And the thing is, though, this has already been, this triggers a set of responses in a Protoss's mind. Very, very quickly, we're going to see him probably rushing up to detection of some kind. He's throwing down the forge. Looks like we're going to be seeing some cannons. But he does have a window here. Cloak has begun, and there's nothing he can do about this for a little bit.
Yeah, this is really great for Manbon. As we look at the banks and this continued Banshee harassment, we still don't see any sort of detection. And we see a very high amount of gas coming out of our Protoss player. Really nice response, though, from Gurthang, recognizing this, and he's going to be throwing down a bunch of Archons just to supplement his Gateway army. While this Banshee is just continuing to wreak havoc.
I guess Manbon's a little bit concerned about the possibility of mobile detection, as he seems to be focusing very heavily on the army units rather than going for just going exclusively for the workers in this situation. But he does have a lot of time to get more kills. He's already picked up, it looks like, 6 workers and a stalker. And here comes another Banshee. This one, there's already a cannon being built. Where is this?
At the Nat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he does actually have big vulnerability in the main still that he can go for here. And it looks like otherwise Gurthang's plan is to go up into High Templar.
Oh yeah, we see his Zealot warping. Really nice decision making here. He has a couple stalkers back at home, but still no detection in the main. The cannon's now just going down. If Manbon were to control this Banshee, he could really, really make Gurthang sweat. Looks like the cannon will be getting up just in time, but he's going to be able to clean up this probe position on the watchtower as well as his proxy pylon.
You know, I kind of like this. I mean, yeah, if his control was a little bit better, if he was a little bit faster, Manbon would be in there getting even more worker kills. But he's already picked up 9. I mean, he's just basically going for whatever he can out in the map, and he's just going to try and lock the Protoss in place for a little bit. He has a decent army ball here, but there's, I think, a little bit too many Zealots with charge.
Yeah.
It's going to come down to these Widow Mine shots.
Oh, yeah, and there it goes. Really nice positioning on the Widow Mine. The Zealot charge is going to come in, and, cleaning up a couple of Zealots with that first shot.
Thought he had a second one in the army. Oh, whatever. Anyway, it looks like he's been able to drive through the initial wave of Zealots. Mothership Core way out of position for this, so we're not going to be having any scary defense pylons yet. 2 Archons have now been made, but they don't really have a lot of backup. Powerful as they are.
Wow, yeah, and this Terran Force is starting to get really scary, Omega, with this double siege tank and this huge Marine Ball. Still no medevacs here in order to heal up the bio after they expend all their health from using Stim, but wow, it's just Manbon is in such a commanding position here at Gurthang's front.
This is really one of the difficulties. These photon overcharged pylons, they're very, very powerful, of course, but they don't really do so great in this situation. They don't help you against the siege tanks. The siege tanks force the Protoss army to come out, come forward, to engage directly. Yes, he kills the siege tanks, but he's going to lose the rest of his defensive army in the process.
Oh, and the Mothership Core 2 goes down. This is going to be extremely hard for Gurthang to be able to hold on here. 1 cannon going down, and now Manbon is deeply seated into the natural of Gurthang. Oh, Gurthang's going to retreat into the main.
Tried to move in with a Banshee just now. Unfortunately, did get rebuffed without doing a whole lot for the, unfortunately for the Terran, that is. But army units are continuing to stream in here. Manbon is already reaching 120 supply, roughly, against his opponent's 60. And this is looking pretty bad for a Protoss. Wow, the classic force field them out all day, though. The siege tanks and the scan, however, pretty good combination.
Oh. Yeah, unfortunately, the one thing Gurthang seemed to be missing here was upgrades. Manbon is up at 1-1 with 2-2 nearly done, and Gurthang is just trying to finish up +1 attack, and it's going to get denied at the front. This is extremely difficult going up against 1-1 bio with some sort of
solid storm going down on the entirety of Manbon's army, and pretty much most of the bio ball is gone. The only thing left is basically this siege tank. He's got friends. Does he have more storms back here?
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
That was a really, really solid storm, though.
Yeah, that was a beautiful storm. I've never seen so many bio units sublimate in such a clutch manner. Oh, yes.
There's just nothing else, unfortunately. So that's
HP.
Ah. Got my hopes up for a second. I was like, oh, what? I mean, if you can keep doing that, that's insane. But,
yeah.
All right, too bad.
Really nice bio tank push coming out of Manbon in order to be able to clinch game number 2, tying the series up 1-1. Ace match!
Yeah. Ace match time.
Whoop, whoop. Yeah, it was a very, very nice, very Wings of Liberty-esque build coming out of Manbon there, just macroing you're up to 2 bases and getting lots of bio, getting the double upgrades, getting the Banshee. It was interesting that I don't know if he built a single medevac that entire match.
No, I think the modern variation of what you see of that build really is the one that incorporates a couple Liberators into it. But it does work on essentially the same principle. You get close to the
Yeah.
Protoss's base, you zone him backwards until you kill his natural, and then he can't keep up. It's exactly the same logic. The Banshee opener, like Faye was saying in chat though, that's one of those things where you're happy to go for it, and then they open Phoenixes and they drive you off, and then they know you're gonna have Cloak, so it's like it kind of fizzles out in that situation. But, whew. That was pretty much the ideal scenario for Manbon's setup.
Yeah, it was absolutely beautiful. And then we saw the continued use of those tech labs to continue to get those juicy upgrades through and through. Really nice, consistent macro mechanics coming from Manbon. It was very interesting. In game number 1, we saw him do this really wonky one-base Roach Burrow play, and then following up with a really nice macro opening up on 2 bases. It's very refreshing to see the versatility of Manbon.
So it looks like our next map is going to be on Ulrena. Sorry, I kind of interrupted myself for a moment because the map actually opened and I went deaf for a second. So let's fix that problem. I'll mess with the sound balancing. Let's leave that at 50%. There we go. Boop. All right. We can continue here. I am ready. How about you
I am good to go. Whoop, whoop.
Looks like Mr. Zero Land needs a break for a couple minutes. Oh, nope, he just got back. Excellent. Excellent. So just to get everybody caught up, this is game 3 of Gurthang versus Manbon. Both players have picked up 1 game apiece. This is a best of 3, so we are now on our ace match of the series. And
which opponent will cry tears of defeat, and which opponent will be standing there with a flag of victory over his opponent's disheveled corpse.
Righto. Okay, guys, so we are ready to get going here, and I'll count us in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. This time the music played immediately. I do not get the system, man.
Yeah.
Half the time when I load these old replays, it just doesn't play any music.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it just ended the track. This is me raising my hands up in confusion. Anyway, at the top of the map here on Ulrena, we have our red Protoss player. It is DJ's Gurthang.
Oh my god. Spawning in the exact middle of the map on the left-hand side, we have our Teal Terran player making use of Command Center Liftoff. It is none other than Manbon.
This is like, oh, okay, he was shuttling them over. For a second, I thought he was like gonna mine and then bring them back with gold minerals for some reason.
Hey,
But
boys.
no,
Hey, guys. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, can we start over because I wasn't loaded in yet?
Let's do
it.
Okay.
Nailed it.
That's fine. I hit Control E.
I was
am
like-
ready to restart with
I was
you.
like, hello, guys. No.
No, please don't
Oh yeah,
stop
now I
saying
see
awesome
your
things.
messages.
Oh, guys, spoiler alert.
I really do need an actual desk that can allow me to set up a second monitor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I can't,
second monitor
like,
changed
yeah.
my life.
Casting is something that I can't do without a full screen thing, really, like, personally.
Yeah.
I've never been one of those people, so, yeah. Whew. Okay. I can see, yep, everyone's freaking out in chat, too. Cool. All right.
Guys, welcome to
Thanks again.
DK Podcasts, where we tell you exactly what's happening in a StarCraft show match without showing it to you.
Now, a little history lesson, that actually is how the first StarCraft casts were done. For StarCraft.
Yeah, they
They
were.
didn't have enough bandwidth to do video.
Nope.
It was
Nope.
pure 100% radio cast.
Glorious.
Not something I'm capable of, though. So, we are going to be starting this match again. Are we
real?
all good this time?
For real this time.
All
Okay.
right.
Also, I saw that you were unmuted, so I was like, oh, I'll just say something, right? Nope. My bad. Anyway, let's start this again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. In the top left of the map here on Old Rena, we have our red Protoss player once again. His name is Gurthang. His clan is DJ, and not Dehum, or De KS, or Dine, or any of the other ones.
Boom. And spawning. We're deciding his spawning location wasn't good enough, so he's decided to spawn into the center. It is none other than the ever so illustrious and sneaky Manbon.
So we can see here that, rather surprisingly enough, he has exactly the number of workers to leave one out for, leave 2 out for a scout. This one, gonna head immediately to the right side of the map to the other gold base and just kind of hang out. I'm guessing he's going for the fast double gold expand. This Terran classic build. Not possible on most of the maps.
So classic. What the fuck is
this? This is great. Unfortunately for him, his opponent is immediately like, I know you're doing something. And he's sending out a probe immediately to scout Manbon's base. So he's going to be very aware of what's up very, very quickly. Unfortunately, will Gurthang know about this second base that's definitely going to be in the works in a moment? This I don't think he's going to see coming.
Yeah, it's interesting. And Manbon 2 can just, after he builds a barracks, he can lift it up. Or he can actually just hide it right behind Gurthang's third and be very, very annoying early on. But it looks like Gurthang opening up super, super cautiously, getting up the double gas, getting up the gateway in the Cyber Cortec. Now, in this case, as Gurthang, you know Manbon's at the gold. You know he's at the gold, right? So, do you think opening up like a fast Stargate or Warp Prism to try and shut down that base and try and deal crippling damage? Or going for like a fast expand? Like, what would you favor in this case?
Honestly, I would prefer most of the idea of harassing whatever he comes up with, because when you lift off and land like that, you slow everything down to the point that he shouldn't really have much defense. So I don't know if I would go with an Oracle, though, because he can probably predict that well enough to have like a turret up or two. I actually would almost prefer a Void Ray, because it will just be able to kill everything else. The turret can't really deal with it. Yeah, he can mass repair it, but you can just reposition and blow up the command center, and there isn't really anything he's going to be able to do to stop that. But, you know, at the same time, you could probably get a lot of that damage done with the Mothership Core and just go for a Gateway Armor and make sure he never expands. Because that is a lot of gold minerals, but it's not much else.
Yeah, and look at this. It looks like Manbon just now getting his barracks finished up, but look at this from Gurthang. The Stargate tech coming down is only a few seconds away. Gurthang is going to be hitting this gold base directly below with an Oracle ridiculously fast.
But I do like this idea though, from Manbon, because like on this map, yeah, you're not just going to be trapped in here. You get this other gold base that's just right over here, which is kind of an amazing idea. And like even if this gets shut down, he's got another gold base running in the background, which is kind of crazy. Even better if he was Zerg though.
God. Oh, Gurthang with his scouting probe. Oh no! Oh, he's going back! Oh, he is checking the other gold! Yes! Oh man, he's gonna see it. He sees everything. I have a feeling
this has happened to him before, just to guess. But he knows, and he's not gonna get this second base. Now the Oracle is out and it's moving in. It looks like the turret isn't up yet, so I was wrong about that. Now he's just gonna try and focus everything around it to get it finished, and you know he's gonna eventually do that, but he's losing so many workers in the process.
Wow. This is gonna be so difficult.
He's actually run out of energy.
Oh,
he's probably gotten one more kill, but he's killed 12 workers, which means pretty much that Manbon now has to make a choice. Do I want minerals or gas? And he can get a lot of either. And that's gonna be pretty frustrating.
Yeah, it looks like...
As is this poor command center, which is like never gonna get left alone. Okay.
Yeah, Gurthang continuously checking around with this probe to keep track of that other command center, see exactly what it's up to. Gurthang taking an expansion very nice and laying down a proxy pylon to be able to harass this very, very well exposed second command center from Manbon.
Alright, we got the first of many space fish being produced by the Protoss. I'm serious, this is what I think of every time I see their shape.
Space fish?
It is, it's space fish. It's shaped exactly. Look, it's got fins.
I can see it.
It's got an oblong body, tiny little head that shoots a laser beam.
Rotating prismatic things.
Yes, and now he can sit back here and kill a supply depots.
Wow, yeah, look at this. Very nice play from Gurthang. Very nice response. Gurthang recognizing
this
no
I like
way.
less. I don't think he's gonna have enough. Yeah.
Oh no! Oh, Gurthang.
I think, yeah, I'd really prefer just kind of hitting everything on the edge that isn't protected by that turret. Or even just go around here, snip off this little expansion. And if you start... not expansion, the extension. But, probe came back. Now we've got some competition.
Yeah, Manbon losing slight track of his macro here and just trying to reestablish workers each time they get destroyed instead of building army units coming out of these tech buildings here. Looks like he has a factory up. I would really love to see some sort of widow mine come out. That would just really, really be able to help shut down. But over at this natural, we see some drama going on. The Oracle is going to come down and just start picking off each of these SCVs.
This poor Oracle just has no energy.
He's like,
boom, boom. Friggin' car.
Yeah, it stubbed its toe.
Again. Unfortunately, though, the fact that he's not, like, circling around the edges of the space, like, he could have really shut down Manbon's plan already. Hitting that starport, cutting off the factory. But it's actually getting to the point where he's going to be able to build battlecruisers soon. Oh, this thing's gonna pop out right through the water. Again, like, being a little too focused on just dealing with the defenses.
Yeah.
He didn't really have to do that. I mean, he did, though, so now things get scary.
Yeah. Yeah, Manbon's top half of his entire base is extremely exposed. He's looking to just go straight for the kill here, but he doesn't have to do this. I completely agree. He could just pick off these tech buildings and then just completely shut down the production.
Oh, it's too bad.
I mean, man.
The thing, though, at the end of the day, okay, cool. Manbon's gonna work on building battlecruisers. It's not like the complete counter to every giant thing in the game is being built at the moment. Or anything. It's not like he's building... The thing is, I think Gurthang's gonna be fine, just by virtue of having an expansion and building air. It would be very impressive for Manbon to pull this out. Not to say it's impossible, though. It definitely can happen.
Yeah, it's interesting to see 7 minutes into the game and a Protoss player on 2 unsaturated bases. Manbon hasn't pressured them all, but these really, really cheeky strats coming out of Manbon has absolutely disheveled the macro of Gurthang, which is really, really fun to see. Oh my goodness.
Manbon is now running around this Banshee looking for, I guess, things to attack. He's going to discover them, one of them anyway. But... Hyperflight rotors. Sorry to get completely distracted, but what is this upgrade? Oh, that's a Banshee speed upgrade. Oh, this upgrade! Yeah, I forgot this exists.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
them like
weird.
Phoenixes. It's really cool.
That's crazy.
No one ever gets to it.
Here we go. We see an Oracle with 100 energy. And oh, there goes the battlecruiser, but 2 Tempests here and the Void Rays are close behind.
Kind of hanging out to the right here.
Yeah, nice repair.
Yeah, Gurthang just kind of preferring the long-range siege approach to dealing with this problem, which it will work eventually, actually. I don't think it's possible for him to build enough of a battlecruiser army to stop this in the long run.
Yeah, and all the while, the second command center from Manbon is looking around, but just looking at the map, there's so many red dots. Oh, the battlecruiser!
He saved it. But now he's got nothing to hold this off. Yep. Still just kind of pricking the skin. Nobody going for any hard cuts here.
Yeah, Gurthang
no
is...
chop.
Yep. Yeah, Gurthang establishing a third and just now going up to 4 gas saturation is going to look to get some more gas here. Excellent decision making, recognizing he's very high on minerals, so preemptively actually filling the gas geysers at the third base. Very, very nice decision making from Gurthang.
So, unfortunately, killing the SCVs at this point doesn't really do much. His opponent is actually about to run out of money. But... and it does obviously imply a creeping sense of dread, which is always an important element of strategic play.
Yeah. The target fired the Void Rays on the starport. This might just barely be able to do, but here come the SCVs from Manbon. He's going to try and repair this, but... oh,
he's kind of running out of SCVs. All right, here comes the battle cruiser. It pops out. Finally, all the workers are dead except for one. And that's the end of that battle cruiser. Wait, no. Okay.
No.
Clicked on the wrong thing. I forgot he didn't have. What the hell?
Oh no, that battle
There goes
cruiser
the
has
Void Rays.
so much energy. And the 3 Tempests are gonna chase after this battle cruiser.
Triple
Manbon.
Tempest versus battle cruiser. Battle
Yeah.
cruiser is not the fight that it wants. Not in the slightest.
Battle the tier 3.
Yeah, they don't take massive damage from these things anymore, right? Pretty sure they turned that off because or did they? Was it just not to ground units? No, it definitely is to air units. Never mind.
Yeah.
But it seems
Yes,
you are
yes.
well versed in the art of playing against me. Oh yeah, look at this map, by the way. Beautiful work of art. Pylons covering every
Yeah, isn't
expansion.
Isn't this great? Yeah, there was a time period in the game where Manbon was just trying to move the second command center and find a base, but he can't find any because there's a pylon at every single one. Wow. Excellent,
Manbon is
excellent.
very right. There is definitely an art to playing against Manbon, which is, I guess, don't panic and be careful.
Yeah. Yeah, really, really nice decision making there. I love that early Oracle going into the Void Rays, just like you talked about. Omega with the Void Ray with the consistent damage dealing. Very nice job, and Gurthang's gonna take this series.
From Manbon.
Yeah.
Now I live inside your mind. I am inside you. I am literally inside of you. You may have not realized it. Oh god, this is Gurthang in response.
Good.
So now we, I guess, have learned that Manbon's ultimate goal is to wreck people's abilities to play other people on the ladder.
Nailed it. Mind games.
Nailed it.
Next time, Manbon's just gonna play straight standard macro games against Gurthang, and Gurthang's gonna be on one base wall, just waiting for the inevitable attack, and then Manbon's up to 4 bases.
He'll play standard, right?
Yeah.
It'll look like standard, and then he'll build like only sentries or something.
Yeah. Yes.
I have a hard time imagining it. It would probably work, but you know, just like Manbon's saying here in chat, it was fun. It was a good monologue as well. So it's all about having fun, really.
Boom.
Anyway, that makes us done with our second match today. The last one is going to be Loopy Loo versus Mother Moose.
Whoop whoop.
And we'll finally be able to be on the normal party system for that. Covert, I know you're not casting this one. I think
you are correct.
You are. If you feel like it, you are welcome to just kind of hang out and watch.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks for having me.
The past 2 games, if you so desire.
But yeah,
yeah.
Thanks for casting with us.
Thank you, sir.
We'll see you all in about 5 minutes.
Get it.